Are we on the air? Good. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. We're going to talk about everything Colorado Buffalo football news. We're going to get into Coach Prime. If he leaves Colorado, he is favored to go to Florida or Florida State. We're going to talk about that. They're putting it out there in the media, and I figured if they put it out there, I'm going to talk about it. And the Colorado football staff is getting paid record-breaking numbers. And we're going to talk Alton McCaskill as well. But anyway, how's everybody doing? Shout out to Bucky from Well Off Media with the footage here. Shout out to him. Deion Sanders Jr. I love the behind the scenes. I just want to say, first off, I love the behind the scenes footage. I can't say enough, man. It makes us feel like we're a part of the team, we get the behind the scenes footage in first person, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to say that it doesn't have to be perfect. It just makes us feel like we're going with him day to day throughout his schedule. And I love it, man, leading up to the very first game of the season. And so, yeah, man, shout out to Bucky. Now, let me get into Coach Prime. So it says Colorado football's Deion Sanders is favored to go to Florida State or Florida if he leaves the Buffalo. So they're putting it out there. So let's see what they're saying here. It says Colorado football coach Deion Sanders is favored to go to Florida State or Florida if he decides to leave Boulder, per Bet Colorado. The two schools are listed with the greatest percentages to land Sanders if he decides to move on from Boulder. Arkansas is also in the mix. I don't see him going to Arkansas, though. Auburn, Miami, USC also get some consideration, with others as the additional option. This is pure speculation at this point, as the former NFL star is getting ready to lead Colorado team back to the Big 12 Conference in 2024. Sanders is the second season. It is in his second season at Colorado after getting his team to a promising 3-0 start. As we know, in the start of the 2023 season, the Buffaloes fell apart down the stretch. Colorado football has been putting up the pieces together to prevent another losing season. The Buffaloes scored some big players in the transfer portal, despite also seeing some talent decommit. The Buffaloes are also making changes to their coaching staff. Now, they said here it makes sense for a Florida school to be listed as the possible destination for Sanders. Primetime played his college football for Bobby Bowden at Florida State. He also was born in Fort Myers, Florida, and played high school football for North Fort Myers. So let me just talk about that since they put it out there. Nothing is out of the realm of possibility as far as where Sanders, if he decides to go elsewhere. You have to put it out there because there's a possibility, even though he said that he is having fun and he's getting comfortable up in Boulder. But you never know when an opportunity presents itself. They might offer him something that he can't refuse. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying that he's going. He said in many occasions that he don't have any plans to go anywhere right now, but that could be subject to change in the future. And I know some people are saying, well, his daughter is at Boulder, so he's not leaving her there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying within the near future. I'm talking about in the far future. It could be a possibility, but in the near future, I don't think so. He's building something up there in Boulder, and it's only going to get better as the years go on, because all he has to do is start winning this year. And the recruits are coming in. The money is coming in. I could see the collectives pot going up even more. Everybody want to be around a winner. It's just that this program hasn't won in, man, I don't know how long. But I do remember their prominence in the 90s with Rashawn Shalom, Cordell Stewart, Westbrook, I do remember that stretch there. I remember when Rashawn Salon, rest in peace to him, I remember he won the Heisman Trophy. And just that magical season, and they're trying to get back to that. They have 2 Heisman Trophy candidates on the team right now. And they also have 2 players on the team that's up for the Heisman Trophy, but they could go 1 and 2 in the 2025 draft. So they got a lot of things they building right here. And I just don't see him leaving in the near future. I don't see it. Not in the near future, but it could be somewhere down the line, though. And I could see Florida State being a choice, or Florida, because he definitely liked those Florida recruits. He definitely liked the Florida recruits, and I could see him being real comfortable in Florida. But right now, no, I don't think so, man. He got so much potential with this team right now. And we're talking about their schedule and things like that. The sky's the limit with this team. It really is. And but anyway, shout out to y'all. For those that's in the chat, welcome. Please give us a like. If you're watching a rebroadcast on this, please give us a like. That's very important. Get the message out by giving us a like. Also subscribe, and also hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. And for those that already subscribed, I appreciate it. Those that's hitting the like button, I appreciate it in advance. Trust me, I do. I appreciate it. Now, back to Coach Prime. So Coach Prime, I can see him coaching in Florida. I can see him coaching in Florida somewhere. In the far distant future, I will say. But it's just going to be up to him on how long he wants to continue to coach, So I think it's going to come down to that. How long does he want to continue to coach? Will Boulder be his last destination of coaching? We're going to see. But anything, I wouldn't be surprised if anything, he'd be like, guys, I want to make an announcement. I'm leaving. It wouldn't surprise me. I will just say that. But we know he inherited a team last year, a 1-11 team. Last year they didn't get to the playoffs or the bowl games like they wanted to, but this year is promising, I must say. They got a lot of new additions on the team that they're settling in quite nicely, man. The offensive line, that's all he needed was a capable offensive line, more than capable offensive line for him to get that ball out of his hands. Last year, he only had a second to do anything. He barely had 2 seconds, So if he has an adequate Jordan Seaton right there, as you see, he's promising as well. Jordan Seaton. So, which I have him starting this year as a true freshman, but they got a lot of possibilities this year just because of that offensive line. And I'm not even talking about the defensive line. I'm talking about that offensive line. I'm not worried about the defense too much. I'm not, especially the secondary. Knowing now that the defensive coordinator has experience with the safeties. Definitely not worried about it. But I know this is his first stint as the defensive coordinator, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see what it do. So that's Coach Prime. Let's see. Speaking of coach, let's see. Coach Prime. It says here the odds makers. No. I just read that. Sorry about that. Let's see. What do we got here? It says Coach Prime's new staff will earn a record-breaking amount in 2024. It says a year that started off as one of the hottest teams in college football, going 3-0, wins over TCU, Nebraska. We know that. Let's get to the money. Coach Prime's staff, a record $4.59 million last season, and they're following that up with a new record base in supplemental salaries this season, according to Buff Zone. With the new defensive coordinator, Robert Livingston, offensive line coach, Philip Loholt, and receivers coach, Jason Phillips on board to go along with Pat Shermer, official appointment as the offensive play caller spot. The report shares that Colorado 10 on-field assistants will make a combined $4.65 million. Livingston, who is just 38 years old and spent his last 8 seasons working in the NFL with the Bengal safeties, will make $800K this fall. His deal calls for a significant bump to $995,000 in 2025, which will make him the highest paid assistant in Colorado football history. That is nearly $100K more than Charles Kelly earned last fall as the team defensive coordinator at $900K. Now, the first time defensive play caller takes over a defense that allowed nearly 35 points per game last fall. So that's what he's taking over. Phillips, who spent his last few seasons in the CFL with the Hamilton Tiger Cats, after a number of seasons at places like Baylor, Houston, SMU. He coached Bucky, actually, at SMU. Kansas, spent time at Kansas, Oregon State, Utah State, and Jackson State, FCS. Is set to make $315K this season and $340K next fall on a 2-year deal. Now, Loholt, he's a former NFL veteran, offensive lineman, who spent last season as an analyst at Oklahoma and has previous coaching stops at UCF and Ole Miss, and has a 1-year deal that will pay him $325K. Shermer, who took over the offensive play calling midway through last year for Sean Lewis after initially joining the staff as an offensive analyst, and is set to make $800K this year and $850K next fall. Lastly, the reports as that defensive analyst turned outside linebackers coach Vincent Dancy, Coach Dancy, also has a 2-year deal that will pay him $350K this year, $375K in year 2 of the deal. So you see the salaries right there. So they're getting paid pretty handsomely for college football. And like I said, this team is still on the rise. So all they have to do is win, man. This is for everybody. There's a lot of money on the table. All they have to do is win. That's all they have to do. And if they win, last year price is not going to be the same as next year price. You know the old saying. And that's for the players too. We talk about these NILs and collectives, and mainly the NILs. You get more deals if you're winning. That's what I would say. I mean, the team overall. You winning. Let's say if next season, this upcoming season, their record is 10-2. Okay, let's just say. I could see more NIL deals coming, more, the endorsement deals, more brand deals coming their way, their social media increasing. I'm starting to see some players embrace social media more with the YouTube and things like that. Kermani McLean has been vlogging, and a few others have been vlogging as well. So that's only going to increase. But imagine they get in the playoffs, though. Oh, the money is going through the roof. And if they get to, like, let's say 2 games, I'm just giving you hypotheticals here. I don't really usually like to work with hypotheticals, so I'm going to give it to you here. Let's say if they win a couple games in the playoffs, you're going to have more people getting drafted, more people making money the following year, because new stars will probably be born during those playoffs games, or throughout the regular season leading up to the playoffs. You're winning that many games, new stars are being born. So shout out to the staff, you keep winning, the price is going to still go up. So here they're saying, let's get to Alton McCaskill. Alton McCaskill is healthy. He's hoping to dominate the 2024 season. At times, Alton McCaskill has heard people compare him to the greatest running backs in football history. Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson is one, and future Hall of Famer Adrian Peterson, and 2 of the common comparisons that he has heard. I know I heard them compare him to Adrian Peterson and Eric Dickerson. Even Alton said in an interview that he compared his game to Eric Dickerson. It's been a while since McCaskill has been able to show off his Dickerson and Peterson-like skills. However, the Colorado Junior is itching to get back on the field. I think he is. He said, I just want to play football, he said during a live broadcast he hosted on YouTube on this past Sunday. McCaskill rushed for 961 yards and 16 touchdowns, folks, as a true freshman at Houston in 2021, while also catching 21 passes for 113 yards and 2 scores. Then he tore his ACL during spring practice in 2022. Missed the entire season, went through the spring with Houston in 2023, and then transferred to CU last summer. The Buffs head coach Deion Sanders has hoped that McCaskill will be a leader in the backfield last season, but never really got on track. Alton McCaskill, now this is a player that I'm hoping that he gets on track and he picks up where he left off his freshman year. Let me just say this. If he picks up where he left off on his freshman year or anything remotely close, they going 10-2. Give me a like, guys. I know you're looking. Give me a like. I know you're saying, Max, is this live? It's live, man. It's live. This is a live video, man. You hear me? It's a live video. But yeah, I'm just joking. But give me a like, though. I will be live probably sometime this week. The case is getting started on the other channel, and that's going to be real big news over there. So I'm working on that. So I'm running myself thin. So I'm trying to get over here, too. Well, I just love it. It's not work for me, just to let you know that. This is not work for me. I could bump my gums just about anything. Not anything, just the things I'm interested in, put it that way. So, Alton McCaskill, let me get back to him. Y'all heard what I said, right? If he has anything remotely close to his freshman campaign, he ran for 961 yards. If he has anything remotely close or better, they're going 10-2. The minimum 10-2. They could damn near run the table. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? I like the possibilities right now. You know, the offensive line is getting comfortable. You can tell that they got taken care of, if you know what I mean. I see some nice cars out there, man. And these kids getting taken care of. They feel comfortable. You know, you got to do something to make them feel comfortable. You know, the big man, you got to make them feel comfortable, you know. You got to make them feel comfortable and nice and relaxed, you know. And that's what they're doing. And they know what's at stake here. They know what's at stake. What's at stake is you got to win. And they got some other promising people coming in too. I'm just a little worried about that transfer portal. I don't know how many people are going to leave after the spring game, but we'll see. I don't think it's going to be too many like it was last year. I don't think so. Last year was really extreme. You know, it was extreme circumstances, you know, because he just took the team over. So he had to do what he had to do. But this year, he got a nice little base coming back. I don't know who you play at safety. Do you play Travis J with Shiloh? Do you play Trevor Woods? Do you move Trevor Woods around? Or are they going to have a nice rotation going? You know what I'm saying? To keep fresh legs in the game. They have that ability this year, as long as they stay healthy. So you got Brendan Gant back. He's out there getting it. You see Shador here working on his mechanics with his quarterback coach. You know, he's going to be ready. So Shador is going to be ready to get that ball going, get that ball spinning. Let me see is he spinning it? Look at him spinning it. He's spinning it. You know what I mean? And he also, I believe this guy is his number 2. That's what I believe. And I believe that he's going to be the number 2 quarterback. I don't know why I believe that. I think he's going to be the number 2 quarterback, and that's what we got to work with right there. Yeah, man, that's what I wanted to say today, guys. But like I said, with respects to Coach Prime, I don't know if he's going to leave or not. I don't know. That's what, they just putting it out there like everybody else. But do I really know? No. In the near future, I would say no. So yeah, man, this season's gonna be up, and I can't wait for them to put the pads on. That's really gonna be up. Them putting the pads on, nothing but competition, man. The spirit of competition is on its way to Boulder. Guys, please give me a like. Please do that. Please share, subscribe. All that'll be greatly appreciated. I'll see you on the next one, probably tomorrow. But like I said, I got this case going, and that's starting up tomorrow. And we got some boots on the ground there. Look, I got my own boots on the ground. We're not playing, man. But anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.